Nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Let's see how many scooter comments we can get before the video even starts.
There we go.
Afternoon, Keithan. Supra love. I love the eye.
Oh, and I get to read and everything's good. She'll see
You
me in
can
a
see
second.
it all?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So you ready to get started with this?
Yep, I think so. What do you want to actually start with today?
We got quite a bit today. I mean,
This is true. Very
let me
true.
just start with
We got
the water block or the
the water block.
distro plate.
I was
Since
going to
it's
say, what
closest and
water
whatnot.
block? I'm missing something then if there's a water block.
Yeah, I know. No,
You
you're
made
good.
me feel
Distro plate.
unprepared.
Distro
Oh,
plate. I'm just used to some people calling it a water block. It's throwing me off.
Well, they're wrong, whoever
Okay.
those people are.
All right, ready? So here's the close
What's
up
up?
of
It's
it.
Aubrey.
Aubrey's
We
in
got
here?
some-
and
I
Ben.
think so. Yeah, that is Aubrey. I didn't know her middle name before now.
Oh, this is upside down technically.
Okay, so we have a waterway from
Yes.
Barrow, a new one. Well, actually, I don't know how new it is.
It's new.
Wait, I actually don't have this link. What the heck,
I
Garrett?
told you. You said you should have 7. That should have been one of them. It's the Thermal Take P5.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the P5 one. So
Yes.
this is Thermal Take Core P5 waterway from Barrow. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. Overall, it goes in between the motherboard and the radiators, though. Yeah,
Yes.
dude, you straight up didn't link that. Not lying.
It's probably
1,
Skype.
2, 3,
Skype is
4,
not the
5,
best.
6. I have 7 links, but none of them are a waterway.
Hmm.
So I shall pull it up otherwise. I apologize for missing a link. Let me link it for you guys in chat here, so you guys can all follow along with us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So here's the Barrow P5 waterway, and let me see what else is there to know about it. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory waterway, as most are. It appears that it does easily support a GPU, or 2 GPUs is how they have it in their little picture. And then they also have the CPU block. Wow. If you actually look at the picture on PPC's website, let me link that in YouTube for you. They even have 4 120 radiators on it, and it lines up perfectly with everything on the waterway. So it looks like they do intend to have you use 4 120 millimeter radiators, which is really interesting. Unless those are 140s, but either way, different kind of radiator alignment or configuration, whatever you want to call it. I do believe that you'd be just fine using a 480 radiator or anything smaller. With these waterways, they obviously have a suggested orientation for everything. However, you can pretty easily get around that by getting a couple extra angled adapters and good stuff like that. It'll be in bed and stuff.
Yeah, and this one actually does not have any, because I've seen like a lot of them have started updating them where they have like the little port that's specifically for like mounting a pump or whatnot, either mounting like a stand for a pump or actually mounting the pump onto the waterway. But this one doesn't have one of them.
I think this is one of their older ones. I wonder why it took us a little bit longer to get into it. Because I would have considered it for my test bench. However, I don't think it would have worked for my particular test bench. But it is a really nice, kind of easy to install piece for a P5 build, and it really does clean it up. Like I see a lot of P5 builds. I mean, it's a great case to work in. Don't get me wrong. I built in it. It's fun. However, it seems like you can get pretty much the same kind of layout no matter what you do. If you have a built-in one, this waterway kind of lets you change that up a little bit, give it a little bit cleaner look overall. I like how they even have that bottom port on the bottom right there that's closest to us is actually a port just for a drain valve. So
yeah,
that's really nice. I'm not sure if all of them actually have that port included, but I like to see that. Makes for easy draining. And then the way that they have the pump in this is it looks like they do use a stand underneath it, and then they just use like a 90 into that one middle hole in the bottom of the reservoir there. That's pretty close. Nope, the other one. Oh yeah, now you're on it. I was looking at the wrong feed. So yeah, that one. Which means you could they show their DDC, but I'm pretty positive just throwing a D5 in the same position just like that would work just as well.
Yeah, just like, I mean, as long as you just run fittings to it, I mean, they're all G and a quarter ports, so no matter what, there's a way of attaching a pump.
Yeah, this one is like you said, it doesn't actually have the dedicated pump mounting. Some do, some don't. We're trying to get some of both at PPCs, and when we make them, we'll probably try to offer both. It is kind of an interesting way to integrate a pump. It does make things a little bit easier. However, having it like this means you can add in whatever pump you really want. Otherwise, you're stuck to either a DDC or a D5 or whatever pump they decide mounts to it. So it gives you a few more options. Overall, really nice. What is it? $112? That's, I don't know, for a waterway that will really clean up a P5 and kind of make it stand out.
Yeah,
I'd say that's definitely worth it. I mean, it's funny, I don't think everybody thinks about how these waterways can actually save you money in fittings. Because they do definitely eliminate a lot of bends and whatnot for the most part. If you use a similar setup, most of the runs turn into either just a single 90 bend or two 90s, which are pretty simple bends to do for most people at least. So something to think about. There you guys go. Another P5 mod for you. So what's next on the list?
Might also do their fans that we got in. Oh,
yes, sir. We got new fans in from Barrow. 3 different fans actually.
Yes,
so
3 different ones.
They are all RGB. They are not DRGB though.
This one's digital RGB.
Oh yeah.
These two are not.
Barrow Aurora RGB ring. So that one right there.
This one
is a DRGB fan. Here. Wow, that's kind of cool. I like what it's doing right now.
Turn off the lights so it's a little more. That's probably better. I have a little bit of light in here so I can see, but at least you guys will be able to see the effects of the lights.
Definitely. I think the one on the right's a little interesting, but the first one, the one all the way on the left, Barrow Aurora, they don't list the static pressure for any of these. I tagged you in a comment yesterday in Discord.
Yeah, I'll contact Connie and
we're gonna try to see if we can get the static pressure, because I mean, for the water coolers out there, which I would assume most of you are, you want to know the static pressures. You know how well it's gonna work on a radiator. Overall, I'm sure they're fine. I don't think the specs look bad by any means. They've got good air volume or airflow, and none of them are really that noisy. Let's see, the Aurora gets up to 32 decibels. The one on the far right there is that one they just call the Barrow Adjustable RGB PWM radiator fan. So the fan. They don't really have a good name for it.
Yeah, they don't really have good names for their fans, but
no, it's looking to have the same specs though, pretty much as the other fan. But that one is just regular RGB, so keep that in mind. What are the plugs like? Are they just the regular Barrow?
Yeah,
plugs?
They have a 4-pin for the fan, and then they have the 4-pin for the LED itself.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just the normal Barrow. Got so many different. There we go. There's some stat.
And then finally, the one in the middle, with the one with like the ring.
Yeah, the ring's actually really cool. I think. I mean,
I like that one too. Yeah,
it is really cool.
It's really similar to Thermaltake's design, but it's a different fan, and I like it. I always like what Thermaltake did with that kind of aesthetic. And that one, I believe, has the same stats as the other one too. So 900 to 1800 RPM. Oh, okay. The first one goes to 1900.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that's different. I think, honestly, these two are basically the same design fan, just...
I think they're all pretty much... I bet they all use at least the same motor.
Yeah, exactly.
The blades change a little bit, is about it. So, specs-wise, they're pretty much the same fan. So, it's kind of cool to see that, though. That way you get options on aesthetic. Obviously, not everyone likes the same looking fan, so now you got 3 more options.
Yeah. Alright. Let me move these out of the way. Give me 1 sec. Got fans, got stuff everywhere today. There's so many.
So yeah, those are the 3 new Barrow fans. They're all pretty affordably priced, like most Barrow products are.
Yeah.
Looks like we got $10 for one, $13 for another. Back up here. Oh yeah, the digital one is $14. The other 2 are $10. So. Overall, pretty affordable fans. It'd be cool to see them offering a multi-pack. Maybe we can talk to Connie about that.
Yeah, that would
I
be
always
cool.
I always like buying fans in multi-packs and fittings. Like, I mean, the more things you can get in multi-packs, the more money you can save, which is
Yeah.
always a good thing. So
Agreed.
we'll have to work on
Here,
that.
let's keep with the Barrow stuff. Why not?
We're sticking to barrel, okay.
Yes, or
So
Barrow
next
CH,
is
either.
M.2 heatsink.
Yes, it is. Which,
So I'll try to test this out, like performance-wise, everybody. I'll have to get a couple of the other M.2 heat sinks. Maybe that's what I can make my next blog about, is comparing M.2 heat sinks. But this one, I would have to say, is my favorite aesthetic because it has a cool little OLED. Can you plug in that OLED?
no, it's 12 volt. I don't
Oh.
have the 12 volt 3-pin
You don't want to
connectors.
make that thing shoot smoke out of it like we did the other thing?
No, we don't want to break
Oh.
anything.
Okay, but these have a little OLED that display the temperature of your M.2 under there, which in my opinion is really cool. I like that. It's really simple otherwise. I mean, like I said, it's just an OLED and that's about all that's on there.
Yeah.
It only comes in black, as far
We
as I know,
have
at least right now.
silver, but they were back ordered, so I don't really know why
Okay.
silver gets back ordered over black. It's the
It's
same
so
thing,
much more
just different
special,
color.
that's why.
But whatever.
So yeah, there'll be a silver one. Like I said, there's plenty of other M.2 heat sinks out there, and we have a bunch on our site as well. So I mean, you guys can always check those out. However, these ones are the only ones that I know of with an OLED so far. If people have seen other ones, let us know. We'd always be happy to pick them up. But for $23, looks like a pretty solid heatsink. How much do you think it weighs, Garrett? Let's see if the spec say.
It's weighs absolutely
42
nothing.
gram.
I was gonna say it weighs nothing.
Well, it's aluminum, so
Yeah.
there's that.
I wonder. I can't remember how big the. Well, they have like the water block one. I wonder. I wish they'd make the water block one they have with an OLED also.
Yeah, that's probably a little much. You get like
I
a
mean,
giant block going. But no, I get what you're saying. They do have a water block for M.2s, which in my opinion
Yeah.
is probably a little bit far, but
yeah, but you know,
they're okay. Whatever you're into.
it's cool looking.
Yeah, so they fit any 2280 or 2210 M.2. I bet they'd fit the shorter ones even than that, but I'm not sure. I know there's longer too, as far as I know, but that wouldn't work the best either. So make sure you have the right size. Pretty much every SSD that people buy for their PCs these days are the 2280. So show the barrel fans, man. We just did, man.
Huh?
Brad, did you come in late? Brad
Oh.
said show the barrel fan.
Which barrel
We just
fan? I have 3.
Yeah.
They're all
Where-
unplugged though.
Now you grabbed a water block?
Yeah, I'm working down the line. That was all the barrel stuff we had.
What water block is that? The Iceman one? You didn't
It's-
even link me that.
Yes, I did. I linked you everything, bud.
Dude.
It's the one we got from AliExpress.
Yeah. I think they're Iceman as far as I know.
No, they're something else that I'm not allowed to say the name.
Oh.
You know.
I think they look like somebody else's that we can't speak the name of. I will go back and watch replay on YouTube then. Yeah, sorry Brad, but yeah, we just got done with the fans.
Yeah.
Let me pull up this block now. We did get a new barrel Intel block. Just the white version is all.
Yes. Well, we also got some of, I think they're like the digital Barrel Witch blocks of some sort, some CPU block, I believe. I can't remember. I added like 60 barrel items this week, I think.
Yeah, no, and we have a whole bunch of barrel white fittings, which is really
Yes.
cool to see because previously we really only had bits power for white, but now we finally have barrel in. So don't forget to check those out. We just didn't bring those out today. But this is a new CPU block, AliExpress branded as far as we know. So that's what you get. In my opinion, it doesn't look bad, and you guys should send me one to test just to compare because I'm betting it'll be a lot like the barrel ones. Look at this. So this one's actually cheaper than barrels. This is I would have to say this is the cheapest block we have on our website now.
Yeah,
For
I
a
think
common
so.
CPU at least. I mean, you can find cheaper blocks for odd ends, but as far as a regular CPU block goes, okay, this fits on 11.5x. I might not actually be able to test it. That'd be sad. Yeah, it just says 11.5x. I'm not sure if it'll fit X99 or X299. I mean, the way the brackets look, they do. Hey, you could go put it right next to your test bench socket.
I'm good.
See?
I'm not walking around these cameras and kicking them over.
Well, you have to test it later and make sure that it is only 11.5x compatible. Because if it is, I don't get why they put slot in the mounting bracket.
Slotted.
Usually the slot, yeah, because usually like the inside of that would be for 11.5x, and the outside is X99 or X299.
Well, on top of this, it came from AliExpress, so they don't always have the best information.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They might not know what they're talking about. That might fit 11.5x.
It might.
It does. It comes with back plate and then your thumb screws, springs, all that good stuff. What's the wires in there for?
It's a LED. It's just a.
Wow, it's even RGB?
No.
No, it's blue LED.
It's just a blue LED.
And then you plug into it. It's one of those.
Yeah. That's the only really downfall I saw. I mean,
I guess.
You can go and buy yourself probably one of like the. Might be able to buy one like the XSPC ones we sell, and.
I think those might be square though.
Huh?
And the XSPC ones are square on the end.
Well, I mean,
the diode is actually square because they make it themselves. But no, I get what you're saying. You can change it out with whatever LED you want.
Yeah, we have.
It's been a long time since I've seen a block come that way though. That was the old way of lighting.
We do sell RGB LEDs ourselves.
Block.
So.
Yeah. Well, and if you're buying this block, you're probably not worried about it being RGB or anything special like that.
Exactly.
I would buy it purely because you want a cheap price to performance block, because I'm sure it performs fine. Like I said, I want to actually test it if I can. But yeah, it's nothing that fancy looking.
I have to admit though, I don't know if you can tell, but the plexi on this is very clear. It's very nice.
That's good. At least they probably use decent plexi. I wonder, like, it'd be cool to take that thing apart and actually see how thick it is and all that good stuff, the heat plate and the fins and all that good stuff. But I'll do a more in-depth analysis of it if I'm able to test it. So
yeah.
What does the logo look like? What is that? It doesn't come up in the pictures.
It's a company that we talked to, Matt.
Oh.
Yeah.
They actually got their logo on it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. All right, then. Moving on.
That's what I was telling you.
I didn't realize it was that far gone.
Yeah. Got these little flow temperature sensors.
Oh, yeah. These are another AliExpress special.
Yes.
For your budget loops out there. In my opinion, though, these aren't that hard to clean up and make look good. I'm not as sure about the flow sensor with thermometer, although that thing's kind of cool as far as that goes. I would definitely want to like rewire it or sleeve it or something. But then the little flow meter is pretty simple to use too. They come in like a combo kit, as far as I know the listing goes, right?
Yeah.
Let me see this.
It comes together. This is all one item. It comes with 2 barbs. It comes with clamps for the barbs.
I would probably not use those, but
yeah, well, you know,
it comes with fittings, so that most things.
Well, actually, the barb fittings aren't bad, to be honest. I mean, granted, most people.
Yeah, like I said, you're probably gonna use your own fittings anyways. But it's cool to see that they actually send you fittings with it.
But it's not bad. I mean, I can light up the little OLED at least. Where is?
So yeah, it is flow meter and thermometer. So. Does green display both then? Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. You put the flow meter into your loop wherever you can, and then all you do is plug in the little display. All of that stuff I'd probably re-sleeve, but that's not even hard to sleeve yourself.
Is that though? Yeah, there you go. It's actually
nice.
There it goes. It's like resetting itself. Oh no!
It's resetting.
I think the pins
probably
on this
doesn't
need
know
to be
what
pushed
to
down.
do.
The pins don't want to keep it on. Yeah, you probably would have to fix this one. Because the pins, like, it just wants to flicker for a second. There
I guess we should actually change the name of this product. It should be flow indicator and thermometer. There's actually not a flow meter, technically speaking.
Yeah. Wow.
It's just an indicator. I thought that it was somehow wired in there, which would have been really cool. However, it is a nice little flow indicator with the temp probe already in it, which what the little OLED displays is your temperature, It's a nice little display, to be honest. Most of
Yeah.
them, most of these little displays just have like, like 3 digits or whatever, and they just display 3 digits, and you're like, oh, okay. This one has a little gauge on it, so and it actually goes L to H, so low to hot, I guess, or low to high.
Yeah, and it's a bright little screen. I mean, I don't think it
Yeah,
shows very
I would
well
make
on
like a
here.
little shroud for it probably, but that'd be super easy to do with acrylic. You just embed it in it or make something out of it. I like it.
Yeah.
For $17, it's probably hard to go wrong. If nothing else, you can get a nice little flow or a nice little temperature LED and temperature probe or Gene recorder temperature sensor to use in your loop, even if you were to ditch the flow indicator itself.
Yeah. Next,
But,
I thought I'd bring this just because I dealt with a customer with one of these the other day. These are the Aqua Computer version of those Aurora rings.
oh yeah,
And
these are really cool.
Yeah, they're soft rubber, but I remember
Oh.
I had the other had a customer because the Alpha Cool one, the Aurora rings actually say Alpha Cool like in their
Yeah,
logo
that's
colors
right.
and
And then
everything.
in the
They stand
pictures,
out a
it didn't
lot.
show that.
Huh?
That was, yeah. And then in the pictures, it didn't actually show that.
Yeah, and I mean it's super bright and everything, and you can see. But this is just it's basically etched into the rubber, so that way it's. I mean, it doesn't stand out that much. I mean, if you had to see it, it's like,
Mr. Todd Simmons, they will actually fit an EK res tube as well, as long as you have the X-Res 3. So the plexi ones, those are 60 millimeter diameter, and that's what this is meant for. It's meant for a 60 millimeter diameter reservoir, which is what most actually are. So the dimensions of this thing are actually 70 by 72. So yes, it goes around a 60 millimeter reservoir, which is something that was kind of confusing with Aqua or Alpha Cool's version. They really kind of listed the specs kind of weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
the inner diameter of that ring is 60 millimeters, so you don't have to worry about that. The only thing that you guys do want to make note of is that this has an RGB. It's an RGB PX
Yeah.
item, which is Aqua Computer's like new RGB like lighting system. I guess you could say it's just their whole ecosystem, which plugs into the Quadro fan controller as well as the D5 Next pump. You do need one of those two items to plug this in. Otherwise, they may sell an adapter cable. I'm not 100% sure on that. I just know that like both the Quadro and the D5 Next are great items to have in your loop as well. The Quadro is like $40, and I think we got more of them. I hope so. Those are really nice little fan controllers, and they're RGB controllers, and they can like plug in flow sensors. I don't know. We haven't shown those off already. We should, 'cause those are nice.
Yeah, we get them and they sell out within like a day. It seems like
Yeah, I
so.
know.
We never have them in stock. It's not.
Yeah, it's a special order. -1 left in stock. They're
Is it really right now?
But yeah,
See,
-1.
we're always out of them. We order like 30 or 40 at a time, I think, and they sell out pretty quick.
Yep. So that's what that plugs into. I don't know. Another nice item out of Computer's lineup to add to their
But
RGB stuff. Like I said, they have an ecosystem and they're only
Yeah.
expanding it. So cool to see.
And whenever you do buy like one of these like rings, if it's either the Alpha Cool one or even this one, I mean this one's at least rubber, but you always want to at least measure your reservoir beforehand because even though it says it's 60, it could be slightly larger, and I think that's what people have had issues with, is they buy them
That is
their
true. There are
plexi
some,
is like that.
like I said, make sure like if you have the EK one, it's the X-Res 3. I'm pretty sure the glass ones are slightly larger. They look like a 60 millimeter reservoir, but I think they're like 65 or something like that. So I'm sure it wouldn't work on that. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, 'cause
Always check compatibility, guys. And if you don't know, you can always email me. My email is in the description of this video. So don't hesitate to contact me as well, and I can look into it for you.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we had an issue with before. We had like those mounts, and they said they were 60. And we tried it with an EK thing, and it cracked it, and that was just because the EK res was slightly larger than
exactly.
the mount. So it's not that that's wrong.
These are some
the res might be
Acasa products.
Yes.
We have an addressable RGB controller as well as some RAM mate. If you wonder what a RAM mate is,
it's the
it is a
RGB RAM
heat
mate
sink.
too.
Yeah. So it's a heatsink for your RAM.
Yes.
You'll remove the stock heatsink on your RAM, or if you're smart, you'll just buy cheap RAM that doesn't have a heatsink on it. You can do that as well. And then this just goes right on over top of it. and it's got a ooh, I can't talk right now. RGB LED strip in it. It's kind of like it looks a lot like the other RGB RAM as far as how it's lit. That little strip.
Yeah.
It's like an opaque plastic, which
Yep.
does light up really nice. And let me see. We did talk about how you plug these in. Okay, it supports 5-volt addressable LED pin headers, so that is nice to see. It can be addressable. So those of you that are like hooking it up to the rest of your addressable ecosystem, pretty sure that's easy to do with these. It fits any modern RAM that's full length DIMMs. You can't use like obviously like laptop RAM, the SODIMMs and stuff like that. Where you have DDR, DDR2, DDR3, or DDR4, you'll be just fine.
Let's see if I can plug one in. Maybe. I don't know if I need a battery for their controller, if it would work with this. Oh, I mean, it should work with their... I mean, at least you'd assume.
I would think, yeah, because even Icasa sells their own controller.
That's
however,
what this is.
Can you... I know. So, can you show us the connector that comes off the RAM?
That comes off, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a little 3-pin, but I don't think it will work with this controller. It doesn't seem like I at least don't have the proper cable with it, or it didn't come with it on the...
I'm pretty sure that 3-pin is easy to plug into your board. I'm not sure how you go about.
Oh, they also it comes with I didn't realize this. There's actually 2 different pin outs on here. There's the addressable.
Oh, okay.
RGB cable.
Yeah, there you go. That's the addressable one right there.
Yeah, and then there's this. I'm guessing that's just for power.
For theirs. That's probably for their stuff. The LEDs get power from that one connector. It just says that it has both a 3-pin addressable connector and a 4-pin addressable connector. So they're just giving you 2 options. I'm not sure what that 3-pin connector is typically for. However, that 4-pin is pretty much what everybody uses for.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anything to plug it in with. It's not gonna. At least I'm not going to, because I don't want to.
You would on your test bench. You could plug that directly in on your test bench headers.
But we're not showing off the test bench yet until it's done. Remember?
I know. I'm just saying. We can check this
Future
stuff
events.
out later.
But alright, anyways, so RAM mate comes with screwdriver, comes with your thermal pads, all that. I mean, works with, I'm assuming it does work with their controller. I don't know if it says on the box that it actually works with their controller, but it should.
I would think so. That's kind of weird that it doesn't plug directly in.
Yeah. There is like a 3-pin, but it's like a weird, it's like, say here's like the 3-pin that comes with their controller, but that pin out is a lot smaller of a connector, so I'm not going to plug it in here and then break it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, moving on to their controller itself.
Fair enough. Todd says that should plug right into whatever you plug the Bits Power Waterway into, right? The 4-pin one, the second one, where it's actually 4 pins and then the 1 pin is missing, that will go into any standard DRGB header. That's like the standard, I guess. Every brand seems to have their own, but that's the one that is most widely used. Is there a good DRGB controller I can get, since my mobile only has 4-pin connectors? So this Icasa one may be the one for you. I'm not sure. Bits Power has one we showed off a couple weeks ago, so you can look at that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we have a few other brands of DRGB controllers.
Yeah.
But like I said, we got one more right here, so let's see that one, Garrett.
Alright. Comes with 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7 PWM connectors. One's supposed to be for power, of course. And one.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's also a fan hub.
Yes, yeah,
well.
it's the fan hub. There is 2 LED connectors, and then on the other end there's the power for the hub itself. But I mean, it comes with.
And they actually even have a video for it, so I'll look at that.
Oh yes, they
in
do
chat.
have a video. They do.
Icasa made a video themselves on it, so if you guys do actually want to see it even more in detail, you can check out this video by Icasa. As far as we can tell, though, it's just a pretty decent and affordable fan hub as well as RGB hub. I'm pretty sure you could split off of the two ports at the end to include more of their RGB stuff.
Yeah.
But 7 fans already is pretty ridiculous, which I'm sure you could still split as well. But pretty simple device. Looks fine overall, just a black hub, so nothing fancy, but that's pretty much perfect in my opinion. Yeah, it says connect up to 4 addressable RGB devices and 6 PWM fans. So yeah, smart connection of several fans from a single motherboard PWM header enables pulse width modulation control of system fans for quiet operation and optimal performance.
Yep, and comes with just a standard little controller with demo mode and switching modes. Nothing crazy high tech with their remote. But
yep, and it says the lighting modes are constant, blinking, flashing, breathing, single color breathing, 7 color cycle, gradient running, single color running, 7 color, wave breathing, 7 color, and rainbow. So lots of different things to play with. And I don't know, there's a pretty simple explanation of a hub. Check out the video if you want to see more in-depth details. I think now we're finally down to, you could do your trivia question and I can show people.
Oh, you want to do that first?
Well, you do trivia, and then once they get into the trivia here, I'll show them what Thermaltake sent to me.
No, we got one more item.
Oh, we do? What's the final item? Oh, that's right. The first one on the list. I wonder if Aubrey's still here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Why'd you wait so long?
Because I was waiting for you to finish talking.
First. You dick. So here we go. Tube Lube from Bleederhead Studios. Like I said, Aubrey. Oh, and here, let me link Aubrey's video, because Aubrey has a video on it, and we have that on the product page. So here's her video that she made on it.
Is she still here?
Simple product.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Aubrey, respond if you're here.
This is Tube Lube. It's for helping you with your rigid tubing bending. You put this on your silicone insert, and then you put it in your tube, and then you bend it, and it should slide out really easy. A lot of people have always suggested dish soap or use some water and whatnot, which is helpful. One thing bad about dish soap though is it's harder to get out of your loop, and you definitely want to get that out of your loop before you were to actually use it. This stuff, however, is 100% natural ingredients, making it safe to use with PETG and acrylic tubing, and it has instant water deactivation for residue-free cleanup and workflow. Yeah. So in all reality, you can either, you bend your tube, rinse it really quick with some distilled, or before you actually run coolant through your loop, just flush your loop at least once or twice with some distilled, and none of that tube lube would be in there. Overall, I definitely think it's helpful if you guys are doing some more complex bends where you're getting 2, 3, or 4 bends in one tube, or if you're like Aubrey and you make crazy coils and all those fancy shapes, you definitely need something like that. I've done those coils before, and it's literally impossible to get the insert out if you don't use some kind of lubrication.
Yeah, because we did that spiral here, and just trying to pull the bend cord out of that thing, it literally took 2 of us, someone holding the tubing and then someone pulling on the bend cord, and it took forever.
Yeah.
And then you watch her video, and she does 4 or 5 bends in a single tube, and she just pulled it out like it was nothing. This stuff is definitely will be a lifesaver.
It's really nice. For $20 you have 4 ounces, which I've actually tried some out myself. That'll last you a long time. This stuff goes a long ways. You don't need to dump it out there. So
yeah, she said it should last at least 4 builds.
Yeah, I think on average, depending on how much bending you're doing, but overall it should last through multiple builds.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty nice product overall. It's really cool to see people kind of innovating and doing that. Especially, I wouldn't have to. I mean, I'm not being rude here, but especially from a smaller brand such as Bleederhead and Aubrey and stuff like that, just to be able to see someone like that. I mean, it just goes to show you guys, if you guys are really into this hobby and everything, and you have a great idea, go with it, because I'm pretty sure that's what Aubrey did here, and I like what I see. So
yeah, exactly. How many people do we have in YouTube watching?
Let me see here. We got 10 people.
Hank, are you still here?
Maybe. We can never tell. He's always watching, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Scary.
You go ahead and you ask your trivia question. With the tube lube stuff, all Aubrey sent some to me, I thought. I'll have to check my mail. I forget. I should have some somewhere. But
Yeah,
I'll definitely try to do some streaming with that and stuff. Next time I do any kind of tube bending, I'll be sure to use that and I'll share more with you guys on that. But overall, what I've seen of it, it's really nice stuff.
Okay, I got a question.
You got a question? Let me get this packet. And then they'll know how trivia works, right, guys?
And you will be winning a bottle of this tube lube.
Yeah, that's right. That is what we're giving away. It's tube lube. So we're giving away a bottle of tube lube. To win this bottle of tube lube, you have to answer the question that Garrett asked in chat. Either chat works, Facebook or YouTube. Pretty sure YouTube has less delay, so go there and answer if you want a better chance. Hank says yes, he is still watching.
Yeah, I saw. I'm reading. I got my monitor.
Oh, I didn't know if you could read or not.
Yep.
So get your question going there, Garrett.
So, this one you probably don't even know, because I actually just looked at the bottle and read it. This could require some people to search a little more. But, where is tube lube manufactured?
Oh, I know.
Where does she manufacture this at? What city?
Easy. I know this one.
If you know. So it's going to require you probably to go to her website and probably look up where it's from. And
yeah, I mean, I guess if you know Aubrey, you'd know.
And I also did show it on camera. I kind of turned the bottle around and it kind of showed up. So if anyone was reading
Can you make my camera bigger? So...
Oh yeah, I can make you
Nobody is commenting any cities or locations. Come on, people. There's only so many cities in the United States. Oh, I just give you a great hint there. It's in the U.S. So that narrows it down quite a bit. Chicago, Rodimus, right on the ball.
Good job, Rodimus.
Has Rodimus won in the last month, though? That's a great... Rodimus is always on the ball. Sometimes you're just too smart for your own good. Let me see. I'm pulling up the spreadsheet. Nope, you haven't. They're probably Googling.
It doesn't want to switch to your being in the top camera. Here we go. I'll just do it this way.
Let me see.
There you go.
Where's Skip?
I can do it by hand. I just have to go for my camera.
Oh yeah, now I'm big. I don't think Rodimus won in a while.
No.
So, congratulations, Rodimus. You're now the proud owner of some tube lube.
And we expect to see some like crazy spirals come from you. And
yeah, exactly.
You to show that you actually used the tube lube for pending acrylic or petchy. So,
I have a package here from Thermaltake. Mr. Mike, PT Mike, sent this over. Get a better angle. While I was away in Florida, and actually just arrived yesterday. So this is gonna be fun. It'll be in some more videos soon. I know what it is, but you guys don't.
I know what it is.
It's actually not even on our website yet, and I just checked out yesterday.
Is it even like on their site yet?
Yeah, it is, because I looked. So that's where I found out more information about it. Okay. So I was like, am I even supposed to share about this? And no, it's on their website. Oh wow, they used packing peanuts. Damn.
They need to get with it and.
Yeah, right. The recycled cardboard. Okay, I don't want to. Oh, there they go. So
now you must eat the packing peanuts to get to the object.
Yeah, that was it. It's a lot of packing peanuts. But here we go. Thermaltake W5 CPU block. This thing's pretty dope. It looks a lot like their older, or their W4, as well as their W3 to a certain extent. However, they definitely improved on it. What I noticed, what my favorite feature of it when I was reading up on it, is that it has a built-in temperature sensor. So that's really kind of nice.
Does it really?
Blocks. Yeah, cool. It does. So it's got great RGB features. Of course, it's all the TTD RGB stuff. So if you guys have used that, you know what that's all about. Opening the box?
Yeah, what's the point of just opening the one box and showing what was in the box and not opening the actual CPU?
Oh man, so many complaints.
I'm just saying, like...
Oh, and it does come with the controller, so I was actually worried about that. So right here we've got the little hub, that TT, this is their RGB hub. So it comes with one. If you guys were worried about that, if this was your first Thermaltake RGB product, it does come with that. It comes with a back plate, so it is 11.5x and 2066 and 2011 compatible. Really the biggest difference as far as aesthetics go is just that this little bit of black is a little bit less. There's more of the, what do you call it, frosted acrylic around that middle port, so you can see the RGB a little bit better. That's really the biggest aesthetic difference, but like I said, they've really kind of upped the game on not only the RGB, but as well as that little temperature sensor in it. And that's actually cool. I was worried about them having like a bunch of cords coming out of it. It looks like everything just comes off this one. It's their proprietary plug. However, they give you plenty of extensions and all that good stuff to plug it into their hub. But that's where the temperature sensor comes out and the RGB control. So it's all just one cable, which is nice to see instead of like, you know, spider of a block coming out of here. Overall, though, I think it'll be another solid contender, and you guys will see this in the round 2 of block testing. Round 1 of block testing will be up shortly. I'm still working on finishing up that video now that I got back to Minnesota. So stay tuned for that, and Garrett has to post the vlog. There's a vlog on it, but it's just not posted yet.
Yes, I will be posting that coming up.
But yeah, there we go. TTW5 CPU block. Thank you, Mike, for sending this over. I'm pumped to test it. It's actually the first one on the lineup, so it'll be first to be tested. So look forward to that, guys. Otherwise, I think that's everything today. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks, Rodimus, for being on the ball with the trivia questions, as always. We'll be back next week, same time. Well, oh, wait. Actually,
no, not same time. Today. We'll be here Thursday.
Not same time. I forget. Yeah, today was a little bit odd. Last time we were having technical difficulties, but as long as you guys thought the stream was okay today, I think it should be tomorrow, or next week on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, like it typically is. So let us know with some feedback and whatnot if you guys think there's some things we could improve, because we're always looking to improve if at all possible.
Or spend Hank's money.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if it takes Hank's money, that's no problem. That's not an issue. We can spend all of Hank's money.
Yeah. Part of our job, isn't it?
I think so.
All right.
What else would he pay us? Okay, guys. So thank you. Like I said, I'll try to be live again soon with the PPCs Builders Club live show. That'll probably be early next week. I would say either Monday or Wednesday. Expect to see some more stuff from me. I got lots to stream about now that I'm back in Minnesota. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want more content, we got lots up there. So feel free to go back and check out some videos. Leave some comments. Leave a like. Whatever you'd like to do. But happy water cooling, and have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. See you.